what advice would you give to parents of student athletes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Nicely put.
I'd say being able to accept your kid's failure, like accepting that they're
Wow.
not perfect, that kind of
right.
thing.
I know that's right.
Because as like this for me, like me and him are two different players. He doesn't care on the court. I care a lot. So any missed shot, I'm like, sometimes I'm working on it, but sometimes I get in my head really fast and just like, start to slowly shut down as a player. But recently I've been, working out a lot. I've been seeing the work pay off a lot more than I have like before.
Sure.
So, but at a younger age, I wasn't okay with like missing a shot or like because I worked so hard and it just go in and out. I'm like, are you serious right
What
now?
the heck?
Like,
Yeah.
what was all those shots for if it's just gonna ring in and out?
Yeah.
So definitely that, and being on your kid's side.
Let go. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to say. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Trying to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sportsing. I'm Gloria Govan,
And I am Erica Lenoki.
and today we have some pretty awesome, spectacular guests for you.
I mean, they're low key special.
They are.
Yes.
They're
My
pretty great.
babies. They're not babies anymore. It's so weird.
They're not babies anymore, which is wild. My two twin boys,
Yeah. Twins.
Carter and Isaiah.
Hi.
Beer, 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 beer.
Hi, everybody.
Fog machine.
Hi,
The
boys.
jobbers.
You can't do that.
I know. I'm sorry. Tuck my guns in.
Yeah, exactly. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not appropriate for the children. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Pretty good. Yeah.
So tell us a little about yourself. You guys are sophomores now in high school.
Yes. Yeah.
You guys just received the Student of the Year Academic Awards.
I know that's right.
Plus the 3.5, higher than 3.5.
We know that's right.
Honor roll.
Yeah, we
Thank
love
you,
to
thank
hear
you.
that.
Yes.
I didn't have a
How have
choice.
you guys been able to keep your grades up while also playing sports? Like, how do you find the balance and all that?
I mean, her.
Mom. Yeah.
He says, Not really good at balance. no grades, no sports. So
There you go.
grades come first.
There you go.
Yes, student
Sadly.
athlete, right? We talk about it being a student part first.
Do y'all
Yeah.
have a favorite subject?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Bible, theology.
it.
Also gonna say theology.
Really?
If any of my other teachers watch this, I'm lying.
Right. You're all their favorite.
Yeah,
Why,
no,
why theology?
I've seen them on campus.
Really?
And these two, boy, me and Derek laugh all the time. They like legit, they kind of lightweight run the place a little bit.
Exactly.
Y'all on campus cutting up?
Sure. Let's go with that. Yeah.
It's like
You can say that.
Something like that.
You say that.
Oh, that's funny. Why? But why theology? Why are you guys
Like, it's just a cool class to be in, you know?
okay?
You get to learn about Jesus and things.
And all the things, but all the different religions, right? Like, don't
Yeah.
you guys kind of dive into a little bit of everything?
Yeah, a little bit of everything, but it's just like, it's so cool just being in there. You know
Do you
what
like your teacher? Your
I also
classmates?
like my teacher. Classmates, teacher, yes.
They go to an
Good
all
teacher.
boys school.
Oh.
Yeah, so Crespi is an all boys school, which
Okay.
I think originally they were like, "Lady, are you out of your mind?"
Right.
Like for an all boys.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah?
It's not that bad.
Why
Really?
is it? It's different.
I mean, it's no distractions per se.
Okay.
You know, it's
Smart.
just going to school
Yeah.
and doing school, and then if you play sports after that, do a sport, and then go home.
Going
Okay.
about your business.
And there's no drama.
Oh, really?
No drama.
Do you guys get like? Is there still like the bullying or like you know what I mean the issues?
Oh yeah, no,
there?
you'll get relentlessly bullied if you do something wrong.
Okay.
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 Like on the
boys will still be
on the
boys.
verge of tears, but you just
Whoa,
you gotta suck
okay.
it up. You gotta suck it up. Joe.
Okay. All right.
He's lying.
Got
Oh,
it.
man.
I'm mad at
He's
that. I see what you did there, Mom.
lying.
Okay, so I wanna kind of take it back to the beginning. Obviously, obviously, you come from parents that play sports and all of that, and so the assumption would be that you went into basketball because of who your dad is and all of that. But for you guys, like, what made you fall in love with playing? One, at what point did you determine you wanted to play basketball, and then like when did you know that you were playing it for you and not necessarily because of the expectation?
Well, with both of our parents being basketball players, obviously we were around the sport a lot, so it just just fell in love with it from an early age. Then when I really started to take it serious, probably after my 10th birthday, I think we had a workout with Kobe, and he just kind of like changed my whole perspective on it, and it was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. It's pretty cool.
I love that.
What
CB.
what did you take away from that? Oh,
What did you take away from that? Be mentally tough. It's probably one of the hardest things to do in sports in general. Just mental toughness is really hard. Mental awareness too. Just be happy. Yeah. Even though like sometimes it's hard, just keep going. That's pretty good. Fist bump.
That's not nice.
I'd say I fell in love with it probably also at an early age. Like you said, being around the sport a lot, Thank you. No. Oh, shit. Being around the sport a lot, being with people that play the sport a lot, like, since Dad was on the team, we'd be around, like, the people on the team as well, like Chris Paul, Blake, Kobe, Pau Gasol, all the greats.
Yeah, Steph Curry. All of them.
Steph, yeah, KD. So being around that kind of just like, having that little advantage over everyone else, like having a lot of great basketball minds like with you and around you, that kind of like put that love in the game for me there. And then when I, like you said, really started to take it serious was after the Kobe workout, because he put us through some crazy drills.
really?
Oh yeah,
Looking back, they weren't even that crazy, but
at the time.
Oof.
What kind of stuff was he having you do?
Bro.
You're still traumatized.
We have that video.
It's
and
all on
it's super
YouTube,
sweet.
but it's a lot of. I think I actually started crying.
Really?
Did you really? I didn't know that.
He had me in tears. I'm not gonna lie.
Because it was so hard, or
Yeah.
just because it was like.
I mean, just like, because after he just like, he told us to go get water. He came back. He threw both balls to the side. I was like, "What you doing, bro?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, get in shape." I was like, "Getting in shape at 10. Like, that's tough.
It was wild
That's
at 10.
tough. Oh man, what
hilarious.
was not for it.
Right,
but
right. And he wasn't a yeller, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I really enjoyed about him, is he, like, was super, like,
yeah, he was calm. Just
Yeah.
if he was about to start crying, don't cry.
Don't cry.
No,
Mental
don't cry.
toughness.
Mental
that looks
toughness.
like
You got it. You got this.
mental toughness.
We don't do that. So yeah.
So
that's awesome.
when you're that young, I mean, by 10, you have a better idea. But even before that, like, did y'all know, like,
Yeah.
that you were in the presence of, like, did you understand who the Kobe's and who the Chris Pauls and people of the world were, like, even at the youngest?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Like obviously they've done a lot of great things, but like at such young age, you're just like, this is just a cool guy. You know?
Gotcha.
You're just next to this
yeah.
really cool guy. And
Yeah.
then once you get older, you just like, the more they do, like the more they accomplish, like you just get to realize how great they
How
actually
big of
are.
a deal.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, no,
cool.
because they were younger. I mean, they were, babies when they were on the Clippers. And,
Yeah.
And then Memphis and all the things. So,
We got thrown into
You
a
know.
pool by DeAndre Jordan at 3 years old.
Nice.
Did we? Was it 3? I feel like we were older.
Maybe 4. Maybe
Has
4.
yeah,
be
3 or
older.
4. Yeah,
Maybe
for sure,
4.
max. I mean, and he's still playing when he sees you guys, which, anytime he sees you, he's always like, because you guys were like to his knees at the time. And now,
Yeah.
big
you're up
fella.
there. It's
Yeah,
just
no, oh my gosh.
crazy.
I know. I don't realize it because I see them all the time.
Sure.
But then when I don't see them for a hot second, I see them, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. Like, what do you
They
mean?
got taller.
So after you guys went through that and that changed your perspective, like, especially if you're, because I'd imagine there's probably people who are watching who have kids who are, playing youth sports, and they're kind of in this age range
Oh,
and kind of
yeah.
in this time where they're trying to figure out at what point do we take it seriously, and when we do, what does that look like? So what changed in the way you guys kind of approached it? Like, you're 10, so you're still, you're kids.
Babies.
But what changed in how you guys were like, all right, now, hey, we do want the trainer, or we do want to, play a little bit more, or we do, what, like, for you guys, what did that part of the journey kind of look like from that point on?
You got it.
Don't all speak
I got to
for
think
themselves.
about this one. I also got to think about this one. So do you want to?
Yeah, no, that one's a tough one. I mean, even in terms of like being so young, right? Like when you guys decided, yeah, okay, like I want to hoop, were there things in your minds that kind of like turned on where you like, all right, less less messing around, or no, I do want to do with a trainer, or like, no, let me take it upon myself to go out and like, work on my game on my own.
Well, after that, it was just like, it kind of all just like came to me slowly. Cause like, obviously, like at a young age, I still like love playing video games. I love just like going out and messing around. And then just like over time, I was just like, let me put this aside. Let me go get like 500 shots, for example, or let me go work on my ball handling. And then just like kind of just came over time where I was just like, I don't really want to go anymore. I'd rather hoop.
Yeah.
What did it for me was, like you said, like I realized that playing basketball wasn't just something that was like a choice for me anymore. It was like, I mean, it's always a choice, but like at some point, like growing up, got to like 13, 14, like started to go out with friends a lot more. And then the more I realized it, I actually started to miss playing basketball. So instead of going out with friends, and even mom knows this, I don't go out a lot.
Yeah.
Like
They don't.
yeah. Isaiah goes out with this girl. Shout out Morgan. Hey Morgan.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
But like you said, even like we don't really like to go out with friends unless it's like a birthday party or something like that, or like if it's like a group thing. But other than that, like when my friends go out and they invite me, it's always really a no, because I would rather go to the gym or just get myself better. So
Do you feel like that's going to like essentially set you aside, like set you apart from, because you guys obviously, you play, your travel ball, you are surrounded by friends who hoop and things like that. But when you see that priority starting to shift even in them, do you feel like, is there something in you that makes you want to like either go harder or realize, no, this is okay, now I'm seeing this separation. This is what's going to start separating me from. So let me amplify, or anything like that?
yes. Like you said, like the separation, like when they keep going out and I keep going to the gym and getting better, like the more like I like being around people that like work as hard as me or even harder than me. So like having Jay next to me is like a good reminder, like, because we go to literally everything at the same time, do everything, same thing, working out every time. So like having him next to me is really like a good motivator. Just like, like having the choice of like, nah, I don't want to go out. I'd rather get better.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys just received your first D1 offer.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Go you two,
Yes,
go
sir.
you two.
Yeah.
But first of many,
Yes, of course.
like, so the idea though, that now that did that shift, did that kind of, was that also a moment where you were like, oh shit?
Well, yeah, that was also a moment because, like, obviously receiving your first one is obviously such a big deal. Like, that phone call, I could barely hold my excitement in. Had to literally go on mute and literally start screaming. I was like, yes! And that, like, it also just made me, like, want to go even harder because, like, obviously once you get one, that urge to get more just keeps growing and growing, and then eventually they start coming in.
Yep.
So
And will.
Yeah.
over time, like it just makes me want to like just keep getting better.
Yeah.
Keep like perfecting the things that I'm not good at. So it's just like a constant source of like, okay, you got one. How many can you get until it's actually time to decide where you want to go?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys, I mean, you are surrounded by a lot of talented athletes, right? And friends who probably were getting, offers prior to you guys. How did you guys handle that as like one, not only a friend, but as like an individual to go, okay, like how did you deal with that like outside exterior?
I mean, well, as
pressure?
a friend, I'm always supportive of when my friends get offers because like that's huge. Like they also get to go to college where I hopefully want to be. And then just as an individual, it's just like, all right, well, if he can get it, why can't I? Like, it's just like, all right, well, he get it, so I can get it too. But obviously, as a friend, like, I'm always, like, one of the first to tell him, like, call him, say, congratulations, that's huge, keep going. Then just, like, individually, I'm like, all right, now it's my turn.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just about it.
Said it pretty good.
It's like, what he
I like
said.
that.
I'm a
Ditto.
pretty supportive guy. You
Yeah,
know, my
no,
friend-
that's true.
That's awesome. I mean, it speaks to your character at the end of the day, which, shout out to mom and your whole support system. You guys are such great young men. And so to see you guys kind of grow up into who you are and the way you carry yourself out in the world it's a delight to watch. And I don't even say that as a bias.
Shout out mom.
Yeah,
Shout out mom.
to
She's
mom.
cool.
Thank
Mom
you.
keeps things in line. So in high school at Crespi, Derek coaches you guys. I want to talk a little bit about what that dynamic is like with having a parent who's also coaching, and then his experience, obviously, as a champion. Like, how has it been helpful? Has there been adjustments to have to, between, okay, at what point are you dad and you coach, and where that line is a little, just if you could tell us a little bit about that experience.
It's definitely weird, seeing your stepdad on campus almost every single day.
Yeah.
If you do something wrong, that calls going to your stepdad on campus. So, he just walks in the class, tells you to knock it off. So, the dynamic is there, though. Like, he does a great job. Both dads do. They do a great job of coaching, but still being a father at the same time. Yep. Like, even on the basketball court, when we're actually in a game, like, he'll give me some, like, advice as a father instead of as a coach perspective to, like, really help me understand it a lot better. Like, they both do it. I'm with Derek a lot more, so it's a lot more from him. So it's really, he does a great job though. Like, being a dad and a coach, inspiring you as a coach and a father, and then doing both at the same time. He's really good at that.
That's dope.
Everything he said is very true. But I just want to point out that even, like, since we're around them so much, like, both dads are coaches, obviously. One coaches us for travel ball, one coaches us for high school. There's so many times where they tell me something and it's in through one ear, out the other. Because I've just been around them so much. And I'm just
I'm curious about that.
Dude, please just let me go hoop. Like, I get you're trying to help me better, but there's just times like, just let me figure it out. Just let me figure it out sometimes. Just sometimes.
Now, if somebody outside of them says it,
I keep that in here.
They're geniuses if someone else
like,
says
I'm telling you, like, even with my trainer, sometimes he goes in here, out the other. But, like, when certain people would tell me, I'm just like, oh, you're a genius.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I'm gonna carry this forever.
Yeah.
But, like, and then I just look, and my stepdad, they're just giving me this face like, I've been telling you this since you were 10 years old. Like, what? Like, I'm just like, yeah, but
it's not just you guys
said
it.
Right.
He said it.
Right.
Like, it's just, sometimes it's just like, I'm around them so much, like the child in me just like, no.
Yeah.
No,
whatever.
Just no.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, obviously, like, I still listen to them, but, like, stop.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We've had, like, some kids dread the ride home with their parents, right? Like, they're like, oh, fuck, like, not this person, not this guy. Like, what does the ride home for you guys, like, look like? Have you dreaded the ride home? Has it been moments where you're like, any advice to our, parents out there that are like,
I mean,
look,
when
guys,
I was younger, like, I didn't really, like, when we lost, I never really understood. So, like, I used to just really sit in silence, just wait. But as I've gotten older, like, since they're watching me, like, from their perspective, I just asked them, like, what do you think I could have done better that game?
You
just
asked, like, your coach or your dad's stepdad?
Just their perspective, like, what do you think went right? What do you think went wrong? What I get better at? What I do good? Like, just stuff like that. To the parents, like, it's kind of hard because for children, like, they always have their parents' pressure on them to be good. So, like, there's just times I just say, like, just sit down and just let them figure it out sometimes.
Okay.
Like, it's not all the time, like, they mess up. You don't have to start yelling at them from the sideline. You don't have to, like, just, like, take them out, just start yelling at them. All right, we're going home. Get in the car.
Yeah.
We're leaving. It's just, like, that just isn't going to help them. Just going to bring more pressure on them. And then eventually, like, there's going to be, like, well, I don't want you here because all you do is just yell and scream at me the whole time. So it's just, like, give them encouragement. Let them figure it out. Don't always be, like, on the sideline just making a lot of noise. I mean, obviously for my mom,
I was like, wait a second.
totally different.
Hello,
Totally
somebody.
different.
Because I'm
So
also,
different.
I'm loud at
I
things.
hear her 90%.
Really?
I love it. I love it.
about to say,
I
is
just
it
like. I
distracting?
love that she's there. I love that she's there. Knowing
I
that she's
do
there.
am like, okay, Papa. As soon as they hear Papa's or my loves or mi amor.
I turn my head so fast.
And they're
yes.
instantly like, where's
Yes.
my mom? I
Where is
hear her
she?
somewhere.
Where is she?
Okay.
Oh, she's right there.
But I feel like I'm more like, and this is just me, correct me if I'm wrong, like my criticism is towards the refs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
100% of the time.
They are getting it.
The boys are getting the encouragement.
Yes.
The refs
Listen,
are getting
she says
bull.
the things I can't say to them.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's what,
That's
Yes. So if the moms are listening, you just be there to say what they can.
The refs
say.
can get it.
Like,
you know what I mean? But I don't talk about. I also like talking about other like players.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like dunk on number 3. Like I don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do
Parents,
that.
that's
Parents
crazy.
do that,
they
too.
do
It's
that.
so
They'll be
weird.
like,
Don't do
get
that.
him. He ain't shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
like he's still somebody's kid, and then if his mama turn around and sock you in the face,
and
now
then
they're
what?
the problem. You know
Like
what I
so
mean?
now we have a problem. But yes, no, I'm loud at the games.
Okay, so
Yes. What about you,
yeah.
CB?
That's never an issue. It's never an issue.
What was the original question?
Like in terms of the drive home.
and kind of like if you're speaking to parents of athletes and stuff like that, like what is effective, what's not effective, like in terms of
Basically,
how they can,
what advice would you give to parents of student athletes?
yes.
Thank you.
Famously put.
I'd say being able to accept your kid's failure, like accepting that they're
Wow.
not perfect, that kind of thing.
I know that's right.
Because as like this for me, like me and him are two different players. He doesn't care on the court. I care a lot. So any missed shot, I'm like, sometimes I'm working on it, but sometimes I get in my head really fast and just like, start to slowly shut down as a player. But recently I've been, working out a lot. I've been seeing the work pay off a lot more than I have like before.
Sure.
So, but at a younger age, I wasn't okay with like missing a shot or like because I worked so hard and it just go in and out. I'm like, are you serious right
What
now?
the heck?
Like,
Yeah.
what was all those shots for
Yeah,
if it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna rim in and out?
Yeah.
So definitely that, and being on your kid's side, like like not everything, like like a missed layup, crazy, but
Right,
it's
don't
not,
miss a
it's
layup,
not always
but-
his fault. But
Yeah.
I'd say just like instead of like yelling at them to get your point across, like Zay said, like ask them like, what do you think you could have done better, or like how do you think you affected the game?
Or just help them get better in
Yeah.
general. Like you don't have to like, okay, you said you need to get better at this. Well, let's go work on it together. Like just like don't just tell them, all right, go out there by yourself, go work on it. Like help them, give them advice on what they have to do. And speaking from my perspective, since I'm hurt right now, I've seen Carter's work pay off pretty well. Speaking of Carter, he got his first in-game dunk last week.
Okay, dunk. I can't do that.
Dunking on them.
Right, 2 hands.
I was very
yes.
proud of him. I was on the bench screaming. I couldn't get up, obviously, but I was on the bench screaming for him. I was like, yeah, slap the glass, but he already got down. I was like, damn. Well, I was just so proud of him, just like from the sideline, just seeing him work. Like, obviously, there's still times where he missed a shot, he put his head down. And we're both like this, honestly, but we just like always keep that like, all right, pick your damn head up. Come on. You have another shot to take. Just next shot. Just always just next shot mentality. Don't get stuck on one miss. Don't get stuck on two miss. Even if you miss 4 straight. Obviously, if you miss 4 straight, get your teammates involved. But then it's just like, all right, well, now try and get yourself going. Obviously, you don't have to get involved by scoring. Sure. That's what most coaches will tell you.
That's another
like
thing.
obviously, like scoring is cool, but most colleges like they probably already have a main scorer. They already have someone that's good at this. So it's just like pick one thing that you're good at and like stand out from that perspective. Like defense, passing, talking, being the first one on the ground, loose ball, just the little.
And then with all that will come more chances to show that you can go score or can go make a good play.
Because eventually it's going to be like your coaches want you on the floor the last 4 minutes when it's tie game, foul trouble, anything like that. They're just going to want like, okay, we can go to this guy for anything.
Because they know they could trust you.
They could trust you. And you're doing all the other little things. You're being an impact player at the end of the day. You're finding a way to impact the game. So you guys are obviously twins and you do obviously mostly everything together, but your personalities are actually very, very different. And like you were kind of mentioning, your approach to the games are even different, your style and all that. So how do you guys challenge each other, even in the way that you guys are developing and helping? And then how do you guys kind of have your individualism? Because I would imagine everybody automatically kind of groups you together, but you are
physical warfare. Go at each other
you?
every chance you
day.
get.
Oh man,
Every chance
Oh
you
my
get.
gosh.
Oh man, any
Every
little
chance
thing
you
turns into a competition.
Yeah.
If you can, if I can perform better than him at something, it's automatically a competition.
It's happening off top.
Who can bring in the most grit? Like everything is a battle between
I used to be
us.
terrified watching them when they were little because they love to wrestle. And I'd be like, just don't break anything while I have you in my possession. I didn't want to have to explain this to their parents.
Girl, I've realized it, and I think I've clocked it. They can't go without touching each other. It's like more than like 7 minutes.
Whoa.
Because like
I'm sorry. Well, okay, wrestling or
Fighting
like
each
fucking
other,
with each
like,
other.
it's
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
everything.
Sorry, that was
That was
pause,
wild.
I guess is what they like to say.
Chill. Not like that.
But they do. They wrestle. Like, I have seen them at family functions find each other and then just start
Get
like
to tussling.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yes.
bro, you got 38 cousins.
Yes.
38 cousins
I
here.
picked this one.
Like,
all the time.
yes, they will fight. I'm like, yeah. And
It's
to
a
your
lot.
point, I'm literally, and it'll be in the car.
Yeah.
Like the smallest places, like at the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't want to,
Yeah.
okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Especially
Just-
now. Like,
She's
y'all are
learned
too
to
big.
accept
Huge-
it.
they're
I'll put
huge.
it that way.
Clearly.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
From a young age, we've just
Yeah.
competition.
Sounds like
Okay.
On site?
Do you take criticism from each other well? Like if you see something that he
no,
I don't.
no,
Really?
absolutely not. It might be
Okay.
the way I explain it, but he doesn't like to hear anything from me.
Interesting.
That
Understandable.
is interesting.
I'll hear it from him, just not really. I'll be like, yeah, whatever.
Okay. So
But
it's
he-
one in and out the
Nah,
other.
he
for
won't
you.
hear me at all. He'd be like, bro, get away from me.
Why is
I don't want
that?
to talk to you. Go away.
I mean, no, like I put like obviously I push him away.
Don't lie.
I'll put it that
Thank
way.
you.
But like
Thank you.
after like I listen to what he said, I'll push him away, and I'm just like I'll actually like start to think about what he
Sure.
said. Like when he's not looking, I'd be like, damn, he low-key right.
It's
Without
low-key like a
telling
parent
him.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I will say though too, is I tell them all the time, like, because there was this one time they had this big spat, and I was like, but you also like, one, you have to hear what he's saying, but also as the person saying it, you also have to know, like, you got to know your timing.
Yeah.
Like as parents too, or coaches, or even players, like teammates, like you got to know your timing too, because like when someone's at the heat and height of their
Yeah.
frustration, you can't walk in and be like, yeah, and then you also should have, and they're like, get the
Yeah,
fuck away
right
from me.
there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that kind of like, not right now, bro.
Yeah.
And so I think that was the thing too. I was like, y'all, like, just wait, let him blow off, and when we get in the car, you know what I mean, do a thing.
And that's what I have been working on. So he will like actually listen to me.
Sure.
Like you know, if he's like coming to the bench all mad and stuff, I'll let him sit down and be like, "You good? Need some water?"
Sure.
Okay. So
And begin.
so like you know, you're getting backdoored. Just play back on him. He obviously doesn't want to shoot, and then go kill him on offense. It's that
You're
simple.
right, you got
it's,
it.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
I'm not like, bro, you suck.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, lock
Yeah.
in. I'm like, bro, get involved in the paint, then spread out to the three, and then just don't let him catch the ball on defense. You got it.
Easy peasy.
There you go.
How has that helped you guys as leaders? Because you guys are going into your junior year now. You guys are the guys on your team and all of that. And so you've had each other as tests run, you know what I mean, to kind of like be able to give encouragement to or give criticism to. But now you guys are having to do it within your team. Like, how has that
Yeah.
kind of helped you guys, and how are you guys looking for like your approach to the next couple seasons?
Well, I'm obviously looking forward to like my junior year, obviously, because it's like I would say like it's finally like just it's kind of my turn
time
in
to
a
shine,
sense.
yeah.
Like no shade to everyone I've played with in
Of
the past,
course.
because like I've had some amazing teammates. Like don't get me wrong, I've had amazing teammates, but I've never feel like it's been like my full turn to lead a team, me and him.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, like I know that comes with a lot of like criticism. I'm gonna have to take a lot of things into accountability, but like I'm just glad it's just not me, you know.
Yeah.
this guy next to
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the blame gets pushed onto me too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not all his fault. I guess it's my fault as well. I don't know.
But being leaders, I mean, that's a
Yeah.
big responsibility. You know what I mean? We talked a little bit about like, and these are kind of two separate things, but you know, again, like stepping up to that leadership role and now going from, you know, freshmen to sophomores. And now it's like, you know, two captains, you know, and also having the pressure of your parents collectively, right? All the way around. Like, what is that? Is there additional, like, what are you guys dreading about that? What are you most excited about?
I'm honestly just more excited for the exposure. Like people honestly, they have, but we're gonna get every team's extremely best shot
Sure.
just because it's me and him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like as a family in general, you know, like we have cousins that are great. Shout out Elijah.
There you
All
go.
the arena says, you know,
Yeah.
y'all are great.
Absolutely.
But we get everyone's best shot 1,000% of the time.
sure.
Like just because they want to prove that like I don't care about your last name.
Yeah.
I'm better than you.
They
in
want
every
want-
way possible.
They want that I beat Matt Barnes' son title.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
want
Yeah.
they want that on their
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So
And like for me, it's just like, all right, well, you can probably give me one time. Like I'm not. If you give me one time, what's the big deal? It's one time. I'll get you 10 times after that. It
Right.
really doesn't
Right.
matter to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm ready for just like everything people are about to throw at me. you
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
And we're gonna obviously from the leader standpoint, like me and him have trying to been lead each other, just like for our whole lives, just like trying to give each other our point of view, even though I don't really take his into accountability, just like in general. I've been like starting to, just like starting to see what he says.
Like,
I've been starting
for
to.
3 years.
Don't matter. First two don't count. Counting this year. Anyways. So just I'm just ready, Obviously, it's gonna take a lot. There's gonna be times where like I feel like I don't want to do this anymore. But
That's something I'm dreading. Is that feeling like,
I don't want to do this anymore.
if things aren't like, like the team is starting to like slowly, like there's some cracks in the team and I have to like try and mend that together and it's not working. I'm like,
Fuck. Yeah,
like
dang.
work with me.
Help
Stop.
me.
Help
Help you.
like, bro, like let's
Yes.
work together,
Right,
fam. Like
right.
the name on the front. We don't even have our last name on the jersey.
Sure.
So what are you playing for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, together. Team on 3.
There you go.
Speak to me a little bit more about like being nepo babies. So nepo baby is like when you have a
I
successful
was gonna say
parent.
you gonna have
Yeah,
to
no, I got you, I
explain
got
that
you.
top to bottom.
When you have like a successful parent, and then the generation like next, your children end up being successful. Most people assume
'cause
it's
of your
because
parents.
of your
Yeah.
parents, right? So we talked a little bit about that too. Like, kind of we were just talking about Deion Sanders, kids and his sons and things like that, and how they're receiving extra criticism beyond, beyond who they are, but primarily probably because of their dad in addition, etc. I mean, you guys have multiple layers, right?
Oh,
like
man.
your uncle is Gilbert Arenas, your, cousin is Elijah, your stepdad's Derek Fisher, like, your dad, Matt Bart, like that's a lot of shit, and that's a lot of people being like, it's because of that. Speak to a little bit about that and like how would you tell kids who also have that same like perspective on how to deal with that.
Do it for yourself in a sense. Like, don't go out there trying to like, obviously, like you have to defend your last name, like by all means necessary. Like that's what I've like started to look at more. Like, people will shame you because of your parents. Like, it doesn't matter if you did something right, if you did something wrong, if you're just existing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
People
man,
will
if
find a
you're
way
just
to just
existing.
shame you,
Just
like
because.
just because like your dad, your mom, your family's just great, and like people like to hate on greatness. I don't know why. Like, just accept that someone's good at something.
Hello.
But obviously, like, it comes with a lot. Like, just like obviously just defend your last name, but in a sense, just like go out there and play for yourself. Like, you don't have to play just because your dad's sitting right there. Like, do this because you want to do it. Just take it far for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, because you guys, Chris Paul is still in your same position. Obviously you guys have played against Bryce, you like even Scottie Pippen's kids.
He gave us work one time.
That kind of, that same type of like perspective, that they're all doing the same. And people essentially end up, how do you deal with that extra criticism though? Like, what are some of the advice that you would give or speak to yourself? What kind of like talk do you give yourself?
I mean, I always tell myself they're talking for a reason. Like, like they wouldn't be saying that if you were just anybody else.
If you're a bum.
Yeah. So like, when someone says something about, like when like Gilbert, Dad, Derek, I'm like, yeah.
Right.
What about it, bruh?
Right.
Like, yeah, that's me.
Right. And I'm
Right.
still gonna give you
Yeah,
these
that's what I'm
buckets.
saying.
Right. Catch these.
They be like, you only here because you're dead. I'll kill you even if my last name wasn't what my last name is. Like, you can't guard me. I can guard you. It's not even an issue. So, really just, I take it with pride. That's the way I'm taking it. So,
I love
you can't really offend me with that. Like, I love my parents. I love what they did, and now I'm doing it. So, say what you gotta say, but I'm gonna do it because my parents did it. They want me to do it, and I also love it myself. So
That's so
I'ma do
real.
it.
I love that.
so
I
real.
love that. I love that.
Had a mic to drop.
Do you guys, right? Do you guys run your own social media?
Yes.
So how is
Oof, all
kind
those
of
people you told you don't run this CV.
yeah?
When I say that, when I say that,
That's because he doesn't follow people back and will be like, I don't run it. I don't have.
I run it.
Funny.
My mom runs it.
There you go.
Shout out LaMelo, man. He made that popular.
How do you guys handle kind of your social life aspect of it? Like, I know you guys don't like to go out a lot. You guys are very focused on it, but you have a girlfriend. You guys still have friends. You guys are on
Sure.
social media. You play video games when you can, all that type of stuff. So like, and you automatically are in the limelight because of who your parents are. How do you guys, especially as you're progressing in your career and you're going to go to college soon, and it just gets, the lights get brighter and the questions get more intense and the interviews start to happen. Like, have you guys talked about like what media training looks like, or how do you guys just handle yourselves from a social standpoint, dealing with social media, not worried about comments, etc.?
Ooh,
Do you guys read the comments? You guys read the comments?
I don't care.
Smart.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
unless
kind of just like.
I mean, not that they would
if,
be saying
like
anything.
in general, like I really don't care that much about social media.
Okay.
Like if I get posted or if I post something, cool. I just want to show people what's happening, and then like I just kind of just leave it. I'll just let it run. I don't really like look at comments. I don't see what people like are saying about me because it's just like,
It's fuck
well,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to do it so bad, then just come do it. Like don't get at me for doing something.
Sure.
But just other than that, it's just like just show people what you're doing, having fun in life. Pretty cool.
This is their thing. They love the thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs
keep
up.
it like
Gotta
this.
still have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
having fun is important, and maintaining your childhood within it, is still important, right?
What about you, CB? Your socials?
Oh man.
Do you guys have, what are they called? Not social media, but the ones you basically try to hide from your parents?
Spam
Oh.
accounts?
What is it called?
Spam accounts?
Yes, kind of.
I have
do.
one.
I
A,
do.
a friend, what is it? No, it's like a, anyway.
Close
There's
friends?
a term.
Like a close
Finsta.
friends?
Finsta.
Finsta?
Woo! That was going to kill me. Finsta. Do you guys know
It's just a
Finsta?
fake Instagram.
I don't
Fake
know what that
Instagram.
is.
Yeah, it's just like having a burner account, basically.
Yeah, but I don't use it. I don't even use it. I might start. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, fair enough.
Right. I was like, okay.
But handling social has never really been an issue for me.
Okay.
Like, I don't really have issues. Everything's cool. All good in the hood. So yeah, just leave it at that.
We've never lived in the hood. Disclaimer.
Hilarious. I
Oh, Lord, have
cannot.
mercy.
And you guys want to stay together? Like when you go to college, you guys want to?
Do we have a
Check
choice?
that
I was like, go ahead.
Nah,
Look,
I don't
yeah,
think we have a
don't-
choice.
Yeah, I don't know that they have a choice on that. They're
don't-
allowed to
because
choose their
you-
schools.
Man,
Don't want them to split up?
collectively.
both parents just
Yeah.
don't want us to split up, and
Yeah.
we're better together anyways.
They
Like
are.
it's fine.
I feel like after college, it's it. They got to split up anyway. So,
Yeah.
like,
So
yeah,
okay. So let me ask it for all of you then.
yeah,
apparently.
yeah. I'm like, mhm.
Let me ask it from this way then. I can understand that.
Yeah.
And especially going out of your parents' homes for the first time, it
Man,
would
that's gonna
probably
be
be
so sad.
beneficial to have them together. I get
Oh,
that part.
man.
But do you feel like there is any need to experience before you get thrown into the real world? Because college is still a safety net to an
Sure,
extent,
yeah.
right? Is there any part of you guys, I know you guys want to ultimately go to college together, but is there any part of you that wants to kind of begin the journey of kind of experiencing life outside of each other so that you're ready for when post-college happens?
Nah, bro, keep them near.
No. Okay. Okay.
I mean, I've gone through it before. Like he got sick and I was apart from him for like a week. I was like,
10 days, really.
I don't like this. This
is so whack.
This don't suit me, bruh. Who am I supposed to mess with?
Who am I supposed to fight
This
with?
is so
saying.
whack.
I
Like-
do think though, I think ultimately because we've talked a little bit about your guys' college options or like where you want to go. Like we talked about the blue blood schools and like complete autonomy to wherever you guys choose is wherever you choose. Like that we don't have a say in. But the idea of like bouncing that early like that, that breaks my heart.
I see.
That
You
just-
you
Well,
got
yeah, no, I
anxiety
stood
at the
up.
question.
I stood up. I was like, "Excuse me, separate? What does that even mean?"
No, I just had
That
to
is in
ask.
no
I'm
one's
just
dictionary.
curious.
But yeah, I mean, they're starting to do like a few things. Figuring out how to cook,
Oh
when
man,
to
I can
take their
cook.
own creatine and times and all the things. Yeah, talking to coaches, like telling them I can't make it or can I change, that kind of stuff.
If
Which,
we're talking about coaches, from your perspective as the athlete, especially because your temperaments are different and how you retain information and criticism is different, is there a style of coaching that you gravitate to, or if you're thinking about the way that coaching is now, be it in AAU or high school, like that you'd be like, y'all, like coaches, bros, like,
Right. Woo. I knew, where is he? Yeah.
Well, I just want a coach that will like also be like brutally honest with me, just like tell me if I'm like actually just not good at something or if I need to work on something. But other than that, I want like a coach that I can like be really close to.
okay.
Like not just like you're just my coach and that's it. Like
Sure.
like off the court, like we're cool, like you're not just coaching me because I'm here. I'm just like trying to get to the next level. Like I want to keep you in my life for a connection.
Got it.
Like I just don't want like just all right, I had you, gone. All right, leave.
Yeah,
Just like one of that,
you want a
like-
relationship and
Yeah.
a rapport with them.
Yeah.
I just want to like be able to be close with one of my coaches.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
That too. I also want like a close relationship with the coach. I also like coaches that like show like emotion, like height, like when someone does something good, like they're clapping on the bench
Okay.
with the team as well. Like you said, also brutal honesty. I'll take criticism if I know where it's coming from. Like,
Does that look like in terms of them being honest in that way? Because, there's the coaches that yell, curse, rant, rave, and all that type of stuff. And some kids can handle that. And then there's the coaches that don't, like Derek's temperament, for example, is not.
No, that's a lie.
Oh, does he
No,
does
that's
he
a
do the
lie.
thing? He
No,
gets
that's a
all
lie.
ranty, raving.
I think he
cursing?
gets emotional too.
Yeah,
He
no,
does
he-
get
he
Emotional.
really
I just don't know that
does.
I've ever seen during a game in the ones
not
I've been
a yeller.
to. He's not going to be out there like you doing.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Like
right.
I don't know. I've seen him like that. Is more so what I meant. And so, but you have the coaches that during the middle of a game is going that will break you and all that.
Yeah.
Is there a way to go about being brutally honest that isn't also belittling? I guess
if I know where it's coming from, like if stuff that's like actually making sense.
Sure.
If like a coach comes and be like, you can't shoot, bruh, like put the ball on the ground and give it up, I'll be like, this dude tripping.
What are we talking
Right,
about?
right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
tripping,
yeah.
Come
bruh.
again?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be like,
I'd honestly rather have it from like a one-on-one standpoint. Like you just pull me aside and be like, all right, I'm not gonna lie. These few things you got to work at.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
not that good at these things.
Gotcha.
And also that like even if it can't be in a one-on-one, like you have to let out right now. I'd rather it be like like say it, show an example, and then just tell me how to like go about it the next time. Instead
If you're
just, like,
yelling at me in front of like everybody, it's just like, all right, forget you too then.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no
all right.
need to like and try to embarrass me type of thing. Yeah, no, I feel you. Talk a little bit about being coachable. Like how important it is to be coachable as a teammate, as a player. Even for like current NIL deals, coaches, like what they're looking for beyond talent.
Being coachable is like one of the main it's probably like the best thing you can be able to do as an athlete, because like obviously from a young age you're going to have multiple coaches from like that coach many different ways, so obviously like you have to be able to adapt, like I wouldn't say relatively fast, but you just have to like be able to just experience just like shifting, adjusting to a new role, like stuff like that. And then yeah, I don't really know. I've like my coaches, like from like my standpoint, I've always been close to, dad, stepdad, and obviously like other coaches too, because like both parents been ejected from games, so it's just like other than that like then I have to adjust to like, all right, well, he's stepping in the coach or the assistant coach. I'd be like,
Sure.
all right, well,
I know you too.
I know you too, so it's just like, all right, I know how to be coachable for you too. Like if you need something, I'll do it, because like obviously like coaches, obviously they'll lose their temper sometimes, and then eventually like it's just like, all right, 2 texts, you're gone. So it's just like you have to be able to adjust to the assistant coach. Next thing you know, like then if you can adjust to assistant coach, then it's just like, all right, this coach, all right, cool. It's just like you just like keep adjusting, and then all of a sudden it's just like, all right, you need me to do this? I got you.
I want it.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that, like the you need me to do this, I got you is really one of the most like coachable things you can do. Like understanding the coach's play style, what he wants his players to do, how he wants his players to carry himself. It's kind of like Coach Carter. Like, they weren't coachable at first, but then they were. So it's kind of like that kind of thing. So honestly, just, being able to understand, and like if you're doing it wrong and he tells you, like it's not from a place of like, I don't want you. It's like, this is what we need to do because doing this has helped us succeed in the past.
Yeah.
So if we do it now, we can succeed again.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do that, don't come.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
that simple.
yeah.
So
How important is it for you, and if you're speaking to, young athletes like yourself, to ask questions? So, like when you're dealing with those coaches, especially when you're building that rapport, to be able to say, "Hey, well, then how do I?" Like to speak up, to advocate for yourself, I guess, to an extent, so that you aren't just being told you need to be better, but you don't really know. You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've actually been better at, because like from when I was younger, I just like, all right, you telling me to do this? Okay, I'll try it out. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, okay, well, how do I do this, and why do you want me doing this, in a sense? And then he just like, moment he breaks it down, it's just like, okay, this makes sense now. Now I see what you're saying. And just like then go out there and do it, and then like, man, you know what? You got a point.
See what you did there.
You're probably right about this. That's
what was the question? My fault. I
To
lost track.
advocate for yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
what would you tell
Asking
other
questions,
athletes about
asking questions is honestly really important.
Yeah.
Like, like even on a tour, like asking like, like what's like, do you have any like morals, like any certain like ground rules for players? Like even for me, like this is on the court too. The two stuff I said was off the court, but on the court, like if you ask me to do something, I do it with Derek a lot. So like he tells me like bring the ball up the floor, bring it to the left, and then come off the screen. I'm like, do you want me coming off the screen and like bouncing it up so we could see a different option, or do you want me to just come off the screen and look to score?
In a
And
sense, like answer the question with another question, and then you kind of get like more answers out of that.
You
Or
understand
like
what's going
if
on.
like I let something up on defense and he tells me like you let up, I'm be like, okay, so do you think I should like play him a different way, for some left, for some right, make him shoot and contest the shot, or like something like that? Like asking questions like to help you and him get better at the same time. It's like because once you ask that question, he's like, okay, we should do this for everybody because it's working.
Yeah.
So
Now he's thinking about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like asking questions is really important, and that's honestly how like you build connection with your coach.
Yeah.
Like asking questions, like trying to get the right answer, not just selling for like go do this, no questions asked.
And don't be afraid to ask questions either. I feel like that's what most athletes like just don't want to do, because like when they tell you something like just go do it, but like there's gonna be times where like, okay, well, like I said, why do you want me doing
Yeah.
this? And then it's just like, okay. Once you get comfortable asking questions, like the game honestly becomes a lot easier, because it's just like you see everyone's perspective from it, and you're rolling.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
Carter,
it makes sense.
as Carter says, I'm hooping now.
There you go.
That's
We
his
love to
favorite
see you
jam.
That's his
hoop.
favorite thing to
I
say.
know. Well, as we first of all, thanks guys.
Yes, thank you guys for
Thanks,
being here.
babies, my loves.
You're such good.
Really quickly though, I know that a lot of our audience wants to know, like they have young kids and athletes, and social media and just like distractions take over, right? Like the amount of time spent on phone and video games seems like a disproportionate amount of time. Like help parents understand that it's not the end of the world, like how you guys, the balance and the ability to like take a break from play video games does not mean that you're not interested in like playing your sport.
So
I mean, my dad says this a lot. It's just like, well, you can be playing video games or you can go getting up like 500 shots, and it's just like, bro, I've had like 3 workouts today. Man. It's like, I know. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
play the
just want to take a little break, and it's just like, it's like you said, it's not the end of the world if you go like on social media and just like you're scrolling for like 10 minutes, even though that happens to I think everyone
Of
eventually,
course,
because
yeah.
like you're looking at your phone, you're scrolling, next thing you know, you've been sitting there for 30 minutes, you're like.
Oh shit. Really? What? Right. What
right.
happened?
And it's just like, well, my coach told me this, Coach Fish, shout out. He said, if you're going to be on social media, then like, at least try to watch something that's probably going to be impactful for you. Like, just don't go scrolling for no reason. Like, look up like pick and roll reads, pick and roll coverages, like shot mechanics, all that. Like, if you're going to be on social media, then like try and use it for like a good source.
Beneficial, yeah.
It's just like, obviously there's still going to be times where just like, all right, scroll.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But like just sometimes just use it for like your advantage, like social media is out there for everybody. Pretty sure everyone has it, so just like you can use it to your advantage. Everything you can search up anything, and then there's probably going to be something on there. Don't go searching up crazy things, but search up something that you need.
Crazy thing.
But more for a parent, it's okay. Like,
It's okay.
It's free.
Let them
Yeah.
live.
let him be a kid, obviously. Like goals are definitely something that everybody wants to reach, even like especially parents for their kids. Like they always want them to be the best version of themselves, but that obviously comes with breaks, because if you push them too much, like are they gonna have anything left to give? Like you already, like without any breaks, there's not much like more you could do. Like even in basketball, if you're working out,
This is a wise guy right
Okay.
here.
working out,
They're so cute.
then you get to the game and you try to jump, you don't have any more legs left.
Yeah.
You already used them this whole week.
Yeah.
So just let them take a break,
Yeah.
play the game, let them
I've-
talk to their friends.
Yeah.
She put a screen time on us. That was the most disrespectful.
I did.
Crazy.
I had to do a screen
Most
time.
disrespectful, but beneficial.
It's
thing
some
to
good
do.
mommy.
It's
That
really
was some good mommy.
beneficial,
But
honestly.
I've also, as a parent, had to learn to, like, even on their days off, because, you know, days off for them mean video games and just mean, like, bantering and all the things. And for me, I've had to, like, just kind of woo-saw. Like, you know, normally I'd be like, go outside, you guys can play, or put up shots, or go for a walk. And I had to realize, like, no. Time off is sacred.
Yeah.
You know, so just, it's like, it's okay. I know it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But, you know, just know that, like, they are working really hard. You know what I mean? So you do have to, like, you know, breaks, times off, you know.
They're still humans.
They're still
And it can
humans.
also get to a point like, you know, if you don't have a break, at one point you'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I hate
Correct.
it.
You
Yeah.
don't wanna
I
burn
hate
out.
it. I
Yeah.
don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
So
So-
that's definitely something that I don't want.
Yeah.
So that's why I take the break. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
And I can say being burned out is a terrible feeling. Like it just fully sucks to just be
I
burned
can
out.
imagine.
Because like you're working out like 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And it's just like that weekend. It's just like, okay, well, you still want me to work out? Like, just let me breathe.
What? Yeah.
Why?
Excuse me?
No, let me live.
Yeah, understandable. Well, we're so proud of you guys. Like
Yay.
incredibly
Thanks.
proud of you guys. You guys are doing amazing. You're going to continue to do amazing, and we're going to be watching and obviously
Yeah.
yelling at the refs and supporting as much as we can. Before we go, we'll do a really quick state your claim. Favorite teams: NBA,
Warriors.
Warriors.
Go Stephen Curry.
Go
NFL.
Steph. Patrick Mahomes. Just Patrick Mahomes.
Just
Not
Patrick
the
Mahomes.
Chiefs.
Just Patrick Mahomes.
Seahawks, even though they're not doing so good now.
Yeah.
He
Seahawks
loved
fan
he
for a long
like
time.
prime Seahawks
Yes.
like
My
Richard
boys
Sherman,
Marshawn Lynch,
Yeah,
Russell
shout out to
Wilson,
Marshawn.
Tyler
Cam
Lockett.
Chancellor, Tyler Lockett, Doug Baldwin. Like, what y'all know about Doug Baldwin? Man was a dog.
Do you guys baseball? Do you MLB?
Dodgers.
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 Do you guys watch WNBA?
Yes.
Which team?
Sometimes. LA Sparks.
Sparks.
Go LA.
Go LA. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
We like it. We like it. Well, thank you guys.
Well, I love you guys.
love
I
you
appreciate
guys.
Any
you.
more?
Yes, love you
Yes.
most. I will definitely order you guys some food now. So.
Dinner
you
time.
have earned DoorDash.
We have to
Look at you.
bribe them
Right.
with food. So, of course, that's Gloria.
made it,
I
TV.
am Erica. That are the Barnes twins,
Carter.
Mr.
Isaiah.
Carter and Isaiah. And we're Sportsing. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe.
Check them out.
Tell a friend.
Comment.
Exactly. Tell all your homies, everybody.
Everybody.
All the people.
Whole family.
And-
Extended cousins.
There you go.
Second
Your
cousins.
cousin, your homeboy, everybody. And then, of course, if you guys have any questions that you guys would like us
Yes.
to answer, make sure
Send them our way.
the email below, all of our social media platforms, DM us, any of it. We got you covered.
I'll
and
come
we
back
will-
to answer some questions.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
There you go.
Hey,
So
there
if you
you
guys
go.
have questions for, this is really good. If you guys have questions for you, like that would be representative of your kids
Right,
and
their
student
journeys,
athletes and their
yeah.
journeys.
Or
you guys,
as a parent.
yeah,
for
and you would
kids,
like
yeah.
to like kind of hear from their perspective, ask the questions and we'll bring them back and we got you covered.
I'm all for it.
All right.
I'm also
All right.
for it.
Appreciate
Until next
you.
time.
Bye, everybody.